Welcome to the Tippie Toe podcast. We got a special guest tonight. We're going to do a little different tonight, boy. We doing prison stories. Who our guest is, my dog?
Hey, this your boy Chico. Fight! You locked in right now. We here.
Chico, for what it do, boy?
We in the building.
Man, you know, we trying to get nosy with it, man. You know, everybody got a story. You feel me? We want to hear your story. You feel me? Can you take us there?
Shit, you want to start from the very beginning?
Let's start from the beginning, like walking in that thing.
Man, this shit was crazy. So it's like, this is 6 months prior to when it actually went down. Some grown-ass man came, stepped to me. I knew him. He wanted me to help him out. I really wasn't feeling his vibe right then and now, so I'm like, nah, I'm straight. You know, this is when I was in the street doing my thing. I'm talking about the clean. I'm talking about the molly. I'm talking about the ecstasy. I'm talking about the hard. I'm talking about pussy. I'm talking about everything. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. It's like 6 months had passed. The same grown man came to me. This time he was boo-hooing, crying. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help you out. Because I'm a good dude, you feel me? I see somebody need some assistance. I'm going to help him out if I can. If it's in my means, I'll help him out. So I decided to help him out. One of the worst decisions I ever made in my life, but it was actually the best decision moving forward. Worst decision I ever made in my life. Anyway, it turned out to be an informant, undercover police. Crackers came, bamped my ass, flipped my ass. I'm talking about in front of buildings of people. They watching me get flipped by the crackers, everything. I get slammed, boom, 5 days trial. Judge slammed the gavel, bam.
Hold on, so you went to trial in 5 days?
5 days trial, no, not in 5 days. I had a 5 days trial. Yeah. I was out on bond for about a year and a half.
Okay. So break it down. So you say
I had an Italian lawyer, straight piece of shit. I ain't gonna hold you. He shitted on my money. There was a 5 days trial. First day, I was real confident. Not guilty. Not guilty. What do you want to plead? Not guilty. They ain't got no evidence. I remember they showed me video. You can't see shit on the video. They had audio. You can't hear shit on the audio. Like, there's no evidence at all. Anyway, it's like the 4th or 5th day they bring the crack in, the undercover police. They never brought the informant in. They brought the crack in, and the cracker swore under oath that this and this happened, blah, 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 blah. They presented the evidence, but the same evidence that I saw and I listened to, that's what the jury got. And that shit was bogus. You couldn't see shit, you can't hear shit, none of that. Scratchy this, blurry this, you can't tell it's me, blah, anything. Judge slammed the gavel. He said guilty. Blam.
Damn.
Yo, it's so crazy. Like, I'm about to go to prison. The lawyer don't ask for no furlough so I can handle my business. I got a big ass income tax coming for like 14 racks. It ain't hit yet. It's coming. Like they already told me you about to get this bread. Da, da, da. He said, you ain't gonna go handle no business. I look at the judge and said, I can't go home. He like, you going to jail right now.
Right now.
Right this minute.
Oh, so what's going through your mind when he told you that?
When he first slammed the gavel, in my head, like my brain started going, thank you, God. But at that moment, I knew like, damn, I was out here for so long doing so much. It had to be that time. It had to be that time for me to go. Cause if not, like, where would I be today?
Okay, then.
You know what I'm saying? I was still doing the music back then too, but it was like I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would rather be in the street than in the studio. I was getting money. You know that rush when you getting that money, like you want to keep going and getting it.
Facts.
That shit like make your dick hard. That shit got your blood going, like. And I was so wild with it. I'll be riding through the city, Lauderdale, Dade, Palm Beach, busting my licks with 100 X in my lap, 30 blues, grams of Molly, ounces of weed, ounces of clean, hard, slabs of hard, everything like, and I'm burning, no tints on the windows, busting illegal U-turns. Like, I knew like I was doing too much, but the crackers never ran. I never got slammed until came in the informant, and I decided to help somebody out.
So now, like, like they slammed the thing. Take us there. Like, what's next? He said you ain't going home. Nah,
boy, I went straight to the Conti. They took me to the Conti. I was in the Conti like, I think it was like 7 to 12 days. They cut my hair.
How long you caught though?
They asked for 8 years. The only thing that my lawyer did that was actually straight from me was he had 4 people talking my sentencing. So for each person that validated who I was as a person, they took off 1 year. So I ended up getting 4 years. but they wanted to give me 8. That's what the sentence was 8. And each person that spoke, they took off a year. Basically, people need you out here, so we'll get you home as fast as possible to your people, but you still about to do this time no matter what. Boom. It was like June 15th, June 21st. By June 22nd, I'm on the bus.
How long you did in the county?
It was 10 days, 11 days. It was not
there quick.
Yeah, real quick. When we pulled out the county, when we pulled out the Yanni, the first song that came on the radio was Lifestyle. Young Thug, Rich Homie, Rich Gang. That's the first time I heard the record. When I got on that bus and they clicked that radio and they like, boy, we got to ride. They took us all the way to bumfuck Florida. I ended up in Apalachicola, Carabel, Florida. I'm talking about the country of the countryest shit, fam. Like, one side is the water, the other side is the bears, the wilderness, the trees, and then you got porpoise, dolphins swimming right here at the same time you seeing these bells. That's the first time I ever seen anything like that. Coming where we come from, we see buildings, we see street lights, you know, we see roads that crisscross and shit like that. They ain't had none of that over there. That point I knew like this shit was dead ass for real.
So how that bus ride was for you though, like the vibe though, were you nervous?
I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to get that shit over with. Like to wherever I was going, I just wanted to get there already. They stopped in Hill. We stopped in Butler first. No, first we stopped in Orlando, but we just stopped to pick up some people. Delay in Orlando. Then they take us to Butler. Butler, they were all white with a blue stripe. Them uniforms, them unis hard as fuck.
Are they picking up people, y'all just stopping? What's going on?
Well, we stopping and picking up people at every stop because it's coming from the bottom. But these the longest bus rides you ever been on. Plus, you ain't got shit but a uniform. Like, what are you bringing with you? Oh, I brought a pen and a pad and some stamps when I was here for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like, you ain't got shit to go up the road with. You fresh. So, like, shit. We go to Butler. We spend overnight in Butler. Butler, they racist than a motherfucker. Like, racist as fuck.
So certain places y'all stopping, y'all sleeping there too?
Hell yeah. But Orlando, we had like a 4-hour delay. So we just on this hot ass bus, stinking ass bus, pissy ass nigga shit like that. You know, the bus ride is so fucked up because you got bums on that bitch. You got niggas that's pretty boys in the world on this bitch. Like, you got all kind of people, but everybody look the same because they give you that haircut before you walk out the county, before you go up the road.
Oh, they gave the haircut before prison?
Hell, fuck yeah. They gonna make you look ugly as shit by the time you get on that bus. Everybody gonna look the same. So we spent overnight in Butler. Then they took us to another camp. Then they took us to another camp. Then we finally ended up in Carabel, Apalachicola, Florida. That was my first camp. Home camp right there.
So now you in there, like, what's going through? Like, I heard you got to walk through a room, like, how it was with your experience. Break it down, Tucker. You know we knows him.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Apalachicola, Florida is filled up with none but country hit crackers, bro. Like, redneck, ugly, fat, racist. They don't give a fuck. But they scared of us, especially like knowing where we come from, you feel me? Like, they done dealt with us before, and they kind of like try to deal with you delicate because you might go crazy and they ain't gonna make it home to their people because guess what? They really local boys, you feel me? So they bring you in the room off the bus. As soon as you get there, they gonna make you drop your pants, spread your ass cheeks, cough. They want to see if you got something in your asshole. They got mules that carry big bombs of shit, you feel me? So they trying to see what's going. But I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of us don't respect them crackers, bro, because they not police, but they still correctional officer. They still police. Yeah. They policing us while we there, you feel me? It got to a point, and I wake up in the morning, I tell them crackers like, yo, do your wife know you gotta look in 900 assholes a day? You gotta make a nigga cough his nuts? You gotta pat us down in between our balls? Like, do your wife know you do this 900 times a day? this many times in a week. Like, how does she feel about you coming home after you done scoped all these niggas' dicks, nuts, everything out? Like, how you feel about that? They used to hate that shit, fam. Like, they'll put a nigga up against the wall, beat on us, all kind of shit, just because we telling her how we feel. Like, what the fuck? You don't own us, but we in prison, yeah, but we still human at the same time. They try to treat us inhumane. Like, this shit's so crazy. They want us to be like animals, so they treat us like animals. And then when we act like animals, it's a problem. Put a nigga in a box, do this, do that. Put a nigga on work detail, da 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 da. Fuck out of here. That shit crazy.
So while you was in there, like you ever went to the box?
I ain't gonna hold you. I never went to the box.
Okay then.
I never went to the box.
I heard that box have some niggas going crazy sometimes.
Hell yeah, it'll be. So on this side of the camp, we ain't had no box. On the other side of the camp, you get sent over there, you might not come back to this side of the camp, you feel me? So the shit so crazy, a bitch might go with nothing because they gonna take all your shit and they probably might give it out. Like, we had a bunch of ugly hoes at the first camp I was at. It wasn't none worth anything. Maybe somebody was busting one of these bitches, but these hoes ain't worth shit. But if they like a little nigga on the campus, get what? They finna run down on buddy shit, take all his shit and give it to the little nigga who they like. So you might go to the box with a bunch of nothing and somebody in the dorm got your shit and they munching on your shit, eating off your shit, living life off your shit while you in the motherfucking box with a Bible, bitch. That's about it.
So like what was some of the shit you seen? Like how you survived like the first 30 days, 2 months in there?
I ain't gonna hold you. Within the first 14 days, they gonna see if they gonna put you out the gate or not. As soon as they let me out the gate, I started getting with the niggas that was getting money. And I started seeing how shit was going down. Like, I already knew when I come home, I'm not finna sell no more dope because I ain't got time to waste when I come home. But while I'm in prison, until I start getting this bread, I need to get some bread. Right. So soon as they start sending me out the gate, I started peeping how nigga was moving. These niggas bringing in cigarettes through the mule. A lot of these mules ain't even getting paid to bring shit in. They just want to smoke too.
But people don't know what's the mule.
The mule is a nigga that pack his ass to bring shit in the prison for you. But imagine a nigga packing his ass for cigarette. Like, that's crazy, fam. I'm talking about these niggas using mayonnaise, the lube, ketchup, the lube, the shit that be going on the sandwich. They going crazy just to pack their ass, just to have something to smoke. Crackers crying to their parents that people beating them up for money and nobody's even beating them up. They just feel the sob story. And then you got bitches getting their ass whooped, niggas getting fucked at night. Oh, this shit's so crazy. When I was in South Florida at where they do all your tests and all that shit before they send you where they're gonna send you, the nigga right next door got slit from ear to ear because he stole a nigga commissary. He got like a little bag of chips type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you talk about cutthroat. Shit be cutthroat in prison. Don't touch shit that don't belong to you. Bitch, don't walk over nobody sweeping. Like, shit real different. This shit is military.
What the first
shit militant.
You seen that, like, oh, this shit real different for real.
Shit, when you get South Florida, the facility that they bring you in South Florida, that shit don't play. That shit do not play. As soon as you get off the bus and get in the gate, it's some shit going down. Jump off the bus, they looking at that fence to see who they want, who's sweet. You'll look sweet. They know who's sweet. They know who to try, all that shit. Especially get off the bus. Oh, you came from the county with a little bag of shit? Oh, they want that. You better know somebody. You better call Tyrone. You better do something. How the fuck you just came from the county? You fresh to get booked in the prison, and you already got a bag of shit. That mean you got some bread. Oh, you got some bread. We hungry over here. We just posted. We vibing. We need something to smoke. We need something to eat. Bitch, we need something to write with. We need something to fight with. This shit crazy. Hey, South Florida, they go crazy in South Florida, and the AC don't work. Then the water fountains don't work. Then they ain't got no way for you to heat your shit up. So now you got to use the water fountain water to make you a soup sandwich. Then you getting the phone time. That shit. Hey, look, don't get on that phone back to back unless you one of them dudes, right? Bitches using your 3-ways up. Your shit getting canceled cause nigga see you sweet. He wanna talk to his wholesome mode. He finna make you put your shit in. Like, I done seen some motherfuckers that you see in the street like that. They bossed up in the street, but they bitches in the chain gang. That shit crazy. You
think cause like, you know, I hear niggas got that fire and chain game, it's the knife game and all this crazy shit.
Man, they got the knife game and the chain game. They got the toothbrush game. You turn that into a motherfucking shank. I went to I was in a private camp. Rick Scott, that's the governor of Florida, right? Mm-hmm. Man, one of these private camp I was at, the nigga had fire in the camp. Like they had a whole fire in the camp. Nigga they had to lock the whole camp down for like 7 days about that shit.
Trying to find it.
Everything. Man, listen, South Florida ruthless though. I ain't gonna hold you, cause it's most of us down there like Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. But a lot of niggas from the mid of Florida, they ship them down there first, cause that's the closest shit that they could like intake people in, and then they ship them back to their camp. So when these fools come down south, it's like it's a bunch of us there, and you know we want that shit. South Florida fucked up and crazy, and because ain't no ACs over there, that shit make it more crazy.
So ain't no AC at all?
Fuck no.
So I mean niggas be
hot, stank, mad, aggravated, phones don't work, food all fucked up.
The rooms on AC, or what about the
ain't no AC nowhere. You gotta build a fan with a motherfucking sheet. You tie that, you cut the sheet, tie that bitch to one side of the little window. The breeze finna come in like this and circulate the room. You sweating hot, sleeping naked. Bitches getting they shit ran through while they sleep. Niggas trying to click up, camp up. Niggas getting ran down on, all kind of shit. And South Florida, they finna gang bust your shit. They finna come through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brown shirts. They don't give a fuck. They finna come get you. Even though they know you about to go somewhere else, they still finna come get you on some random shit, fam.
And what you mean by get you? Like,
when they come and get you, you don't get to go nowhere. So now they finna come bam your ass because somebody done. Okay, so in chain gang, it's a lot of snitches.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that work for them folks, and they work for them so they could get a little slice of pizza. Maybe they might let them get on that jack. Maybe, who knows, like, it's so much different little shit why a bitch might feel like, okay, I'm not in prison when they let me do this. Mm-hmm. So you never know who's telling. And once they start telling, these folks run down on a room like motherfucking raid, SWAT team, all that type shit. And they finna come until they find whatever they looking for. The room's so big, it's not like you got a million hiding places, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna hold you, like when I was in Carabel in Apalachicola, Florida, it was no phones on that camp.
No phones.
I think right before I left, one of my people that I knew had got a jack. I learned how to do sign language in like 3 minutes because we had to communicate back and forth through the window type shit.
So that's real big in there with the sign language doing. But what that was the first one you was at? What?
Yeah, that was the first one I was at, Carabel, Florida. It was mostly cigarettes in there, not too much weed, a lot of tattoos. But them crackers kind of had a tight ship. Like bitches wasn't getting. It was more motherfuckers getting their ass handed to them in South Florida than it was in Carabel.
So like, did you ever see somebody like they said people could lose their life in prison?
Oh hell yeah! You niggas getting their ass beat right in the shower. I'm talking head banging their heads on a motherfucking metal toilet. Blam! Bitches were getting stretchered out. Like this shit is on a daily because these niggas want cigarettes cause a lot of problems in prison. I done seen a motherfucker get his whole shit knocked off about some cigarettes. I done seen a bitch get their whole shit knocked off about stepping on somebody who just swept. And I done seen a bitch get their ass handed to them by motherfucking passing gas in the dorm. Like, the heat is a motherfucker, bro. And when you in prison and you hot, you get aggressive. And it's going down like, Bitch getting punched in the mouth. And what they gonna do, like, this man is part of this gang, this man part of this gang, this man ain't got no gang. Like, we finna bust his ass just because we might hang out, but oh, you done took this man's shit, you done grabbed the soup out of his locker when he went to the shower. Like, this shit like the real world, just way more worse. Like, you finna get punished for everything you do wrong. We finna get your ass, bro. We are finna bag your ass.
So the taking for like, so people doing hella stealing up in prison.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't get shit in prison too now. Like, commissary don't come through for everybody. Yeah. So then you got people that try to be sneaky. Oh, you finna go take from bro? Oh, bro finna come over and get on your ass right now. It's not like nobody could see you, you feel me? Mm-hmm. You in a dorm, people see what's going on. You don't think he cool with them and they cool with him? Bitch go in the shower, somebody sneaking a little locker. Motherfucker, listen, TV time. We done got TV time cut because a motherfucker walked straight back there and slapped the shit out of somebody because he grabbed a little honey bun. Now it's a big ass thing. This side of the dorm versus that side of the dorm because you roll with these people. We thought you was cool. Well, fuck it. Now 8 on 8, 12 on 12, 4 on 4. Like, this shit just different. But it's the heat bring the aggression. Like, niggas be aggressive because it's hot. Some people ain't got shit. That telephone, a motherfucker. Bitches trying to reach out. Niggas ain't just trying to write letters and wait on them. Like, I want to hear somebody right now. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you got the motherfuckers that you ain't finna tell the nigga no. If you tell him no, you finna get on your ass.
You talking about, you know, like make a phone call?
Hey, let me get one of them soups. You ain't gonna, oh, nah. Man, give me this whole locker, fuck it. All of a sudden you went from this to Nathaniel. Like, you could have just, you feel me, just broke bread with Buddy or whatever the case was.
But if you break bread, they gonna keep thinking you gotta keep breaking bread?
They probably do though, cause now they look at you like you sweet. But that's what I'm saying. It don't matter where you at in life. Respect is respect, fam. Like, if you show a nigga respect, he gonna respect you back. If you show a nigga you a hoe, he gonna treat you like a hoe. Mm-hmm. Like, that's big everywhere. Most people really do got morals. And the one thing about the chain gang, like, niggas got morals, fam. Because at the end of the day, people are there, but they really want to get home. Some people ain't gonna come home, but a lot of people just trying to get home, fam. That's probably why I ain't never hit the box. I was just trying to get to the house. So,
like, you ain't had no accidents in there?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them people, like, my story was legit. Cause what happened is when you go in the chain gang, they want to pull you up. They gonna find out about you. Somebody somewhere knows who you are, who you really are. Mm-hmm. They gonna have the CEO look at your paperwork on the computer to find out what you really in here for. Mm-hmm. So, like, a child molester ain't gonna make it. If you murder somebody, you probably ain't gonna be in this dorm. But they gonna see who you killed. Like, the word is on the campus on who you are. Mm-hmm. So people knew me for, yeah, he rap. And my shit's validated. Like, I'm on magazines, I got songs, my shit on the kiosk. So they fucking with me off the strength, like, now we relatable. Cause everybody in the chain gang rap anyway. Yeah. They did beat on the table and rap, beat on their chest and rap. So, like, motherfuckers was cool with me because I was a cool ass nigga, bro. And I used to have the mules bringing the weed because I had the only black boss man. And it was only like 4 or 5 of us on his work squad anyway. So the people, the locals used to come through and bring drugs for me. And I used to pay the mule in cigarettes. And I used to bring the weed in. And motherfuckers would come shop with me. Like, I'm in there getting tattoos, I'm vibing, I'm on the kiosk, I'm listening to the music. I was cooling. Shit, I was cooling. But it was motherfuckers in there not cooling at all. Trust me on that.
So what kind of shit you done see happen to certain people in there?
Shit, I told you when I first got to South Florida, the motherfucker was stealing out of somebody's locker. They cut Chico, they hit Chico with a blade from there all the way to there. Chico came out the room, gashing.
Did he make it?
I don't even know what happened to Buddy.
Like when you come out there, like what they run to the house, to the police? What they do? Shit,
it's so crazy because the cameras being Hey, chain gang funny as
It's
fuck.
like they make them like that.
The chain gang is funny as fuck because they put the cameras on blank spot. Maybe it's on purpose, maybe it's not, right?
Yeah, because you don't want them. They don't want to like catch them doing some shit, I guess.
So if Buddy come out the room and his shit squirting everywhere, but them boys been peeled, the guard is gonna be in the middle, right? In South Florida, they in the middle. But the thing is this: what if the guard let the inmate in to go handle that? You know what I'm saying? It ain't for some reason, not for some reason, but it's cash in the chain gang, like real dollars, real fucking money, a lot of it. So it ain't nothing to be like, let me go get this nigga real quick. The cameras ain't over there anyway.
So it's people, they use real cash in prison?
Come on, fam. Real cash, real cash, real cash. Hunchos, doves, 50s. Shit that you could fold up real small and put up real quick, you feel me? And then they just break bread with the whoever to go send that shit back out. Send this to my family. I got you on this much money. Bring this in for me. I got you on this. Like shit like its own little shit, you feel me? But Apalachicola, that was my first count.
What was the second count?
I was trying to get home, closer to home, so we call it getting home, right? These motherfuckers fucked around and sent me to I forgot what it's called, but it's basically like a church prison. Like they do a lot of studying in the faith-based prison. There it is right there. They sent me to a faith-based prison. Faith-based prison is worse than regular prison.
Why you say that though?
Way more drugs. Now the hoes look a little bit better. These some local hoes too, but now these hoes fucking and they fuckable. Feel me? Way more drugs. Way more niggas getting whooped because it's way more drugs. Only thing is less ain't really no shanking. It's shanks and shit, but it ain't nothing like that happening. Motherfuckers are really just fading in a faith base. Cause bitches is there to go study this, get the fuck home. But faith base, they let you get closer to your people. So the faith base camp I was at, they used to let the people come to church with you until these niggas was fucking a hoe in church, shit like that. So they canceled all of that shit. But believe it or not, faith-based prison got way more money, way more drug, and it's like really going down because they got way more leeway because it's like you around the faith-based people, right? But it's really way more fucked up.
You ever been to the one where they had what they call it, like war fights and that?
Nah, Apalachicola, they locked us down before. Faith-based, they ain't lock us down right there. Faith-based to me kind of reminded me of like, I done heard stories of the feds, right? Because I went state. I done heard stories of the feds, like you meet this type of person, when you get out, you can connect back with them, they put you on a money route now. Like faith-based is a lot of people that's getting money that you could reconnect with that'll have a route for you when you get out. You feel me? Like they more susceptible to somebody who want to get some money when they get out. Kind of remind me of the shit I heard about the feds. Like, you know, you meet somebody, you'll be able to connect with them later on, do you 1, 2, and 3, like that. But the faith base, it's all the same shit. Like I think faith base had better food, better canteen line. That's it.
And why is it true with the gangs in prison though?
They everywhere. You can't go nowhere without seeing. But so where we from, it's not really gangs like that. We had streets, corner, shit like that. But as soon as you get to prison, now you see the Bloods, the Crips, you got the GDs, you got the Mexican gangs. Like now you get exposed to all this shit. And truth be told, motherfuckers be recruiting. Like you coming and acting like you don't know nobody, motherfucker gonna recruit your ass. And you might be the first fish out of water to get banged too. Like shit crazy. You think you want to be in the gang till your ass go to prison, and you start banging, all of a sudden you don't make it home. And that shit done happened plenty of times.
So it's easy to get tricked off. Like me, like ain't making home, like caught a new charge.
Nah, I ain't making home. Like bitch, you done chose the wrong path. Why you came to prison? You came to prison to hang out, or you came to prison to hang out and get home, or you came to prison to join an association. Like what'd you come to prison for? Cause this shit ain't for everybody. Like this shit still just like the streets. Only thing is it's in a box. Like what did you you chose to come here to go to do this, and now your ass they burying your ass in prison. Like this shit happening.
Is it true in prison is a cemetery every prison back there?
I ain't gonna lie. Butler got a cemetery. Lake Butler got a cemetery. I can't tell you about none of the other prisons, but Lake Butler definitely got a cemetery. They used to collect everybody from our area gold teeth after they knocked them off.
I heard about that. There's one prison that if you got gold teeth, they need one. The police they need one.
Yeah, they need one. They finna bust your shit on the concrete and take that bitch and put it in the jar. That's for real. Them crackers play a dirty game up the road, cause now it's like we on they ball, we on they field. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they don't in their mind they got the authority, cause they could corner you. It could be 5-on-1, 6-on-1, and then what you gonna do? Like, yeah, you could fight back, but these crackers got batons, tasers, they got all kind of shit. They finna bust your shit, and then if you conscious, then they finna throw you in the box. Then when you get out the box, they probably gonna ship you somewhere else.
You don't even gotta see them no more.
They don't even gotta see you no more. Like, it ain't no lawyer and fucking chain gang. They break your spinal cord. They break your leg. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck. If something do happen and somebody gets knocked off, they cover that shit up. These crackers don't care about us, fam. They treat us like shit. But that's why, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I guess when I was in the chain gang, I was like, I won't say pretty boy, but I kind of did what I wanted to do because of who I was. Like, I grew my beard as big as I could have grown it. And you can't have no beard in prison, but I'm growing my shit. I'm always fresh crease. My boots so black. I ain't got no creases in my boots. Like, word got around that I rap. And the people just treated me different but I wasn't out there being disrespectful to niggas. I wasn't trying to steal. I wasn't on that shit. I just wanted to get my own money, get my own shit. You know, just like when you home, you out there getting your own shit. If you get your own shit, you ain't got to fuck with nobody else shit. It's the same thing in the chain gang. Like, bitch, I'm getting my own shit every day.
And how long you end up doing too?
4 years.
So at that 4 years, nobody was like, "Foy, man, join the gang. Come join our gang. Come."
Nah, it ain't like that because gang ties is already in my family. Like, so it ain't about come join the gang. For me, it's like certain.
Well, not you, but you know.
No. I know, but what I'm saying is the shit is already in my blood. So I could rock with these people. I could rock with these people. I could rock with these people. But how I'm raised, and in Miami, since we street numbers, we fuck with people that fuck with us. We get money with people that allow us to get money with them. And for me, it's the same thing in the chain gang. Like, I ain't have to choose a side because I have partners over here, partners over here, partners over here, partners over here. And because I'm raised in Miami, lived in Lauderdale, lived in Jacksonville, it's like I done covered all the major cities in Florida already. So people everywhere I went knew who I was already. Plus, I've been in this rap shit, so people knew who I was. Like, when I came on the kiosk, they was checking for me on the kiosk. That's how I found out. It wasn't like I knew I'm on the kiosk. Nah, bitches like, wake me up. Like, you on a fucking kiosk, bro. This shit costs $190 a song. So, like, now I'm enticing people to buy my shit. Like, come spend some money with me. Like, okay. You feel me? I'm all about, in prison, my mind switched to, let's only get money. So when we get home, we got something to go home with or to, shit like that. Other people come to the chain gang and they like, I want to get money, but it don't matter what I got to do to get it. I'll shit on this person. I'll backstab this person. I'll do this. I'm not worried about none of that shit. I'm worried about getting this bread, stacking this shit up, dropping this music, getting to the house, shit like that.
And let's talk about does people get raped in prison from where you was at?
Oh yeah, they sent me to one shit in North Florida. Jesus Christ. It's the older guys preying on the jits. So you ever heard this shit about a nigga got a candy on his pillow type shit?
But break it down to us. What that mean?
Shit, that mean he want one of them youths right there. You feel me? This nigga plant a honey bun on the pillow.
He plant the honey bun on the pillow.
Yeah, that's like a little trick. Cause get what? One of these little young niggas finna come in there with nothing, and he finna be hungry, and he finna see the honey bun on the pillow. Soon as Buddy look at that honey bun, he like, oh, he ain't got shit. Come here, come talk to me, come fuck with me, you feel me? All of a sudden you sitting on a nigga bed with him. By the end of the conversation, you eating a nigga honey bun. You ain't got no money to get his man. What you think he want? You eating his shit. You just had a full-blown conversation. He coming to get that ass, homie. That shit crazy. Yo, that money shit in prison is so crazy because you could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, the guard, hey man, let me get 15 minutes, let me get 20 minutes to do what I want to do, you feel me? You got bitches screaming in the shower. You know they getting raped. All kind of shit is just so fucked up that it has to happen like that. Like, it's fucked up that it even happened like that, but it all start with a bait. It's like they going fishing. They know what they want, and they prey on the young kids. Adult might be different. They already know the little honey bun trick, right?
They ain't gonna even take that.
Nah, but it's worse for them. That's when they go in your room and they close your door, beat you senseless and fuck you, and now you got blood all over your walls.
That's crazy.
That shit happened at one of them camps I was at. Then you
So you done see somebody get beat up and get raped?
I heard him get beat up. I heard him get raped. I seen the aftermath.
God damn. So how can somebody deal with that? That bitch gonna beat you to them to death? Shit,
you gonna I guess in their mind is like, what you gonna do? You gonna die right here in this cell, or you gonna let me fuck you in this cell? Like, which one you rather it be? But for me, it's like, yo, how could you live with yourself after that? But it don't even matter, because the crazy shit is the mules pack they ass. So what's the difference? What's the difference of you packing your ass with 15 bombs of cigarettes that look like this each one, ounces of weed? Like, shit. It's the most I done seen the most gangster niggas pack they ass, fam. From the hood. But they not fucking the niggas. But what's the difference at that point? You done put fucking logs in your ass. Shit went all the way up to your throat. Like, what are you really doing? But then you got some of those cats, they probably want it because they in prison anyway, but they just don't know how to approach it. So they gonna let the shit happen anyway. And they might make it look like this happened and that happened, but that's probably what they wanted anyway. So don't let that shit fool you. Like, this shit could happen one way, but it could be a totally other way. They had Apalachicola, they had two sissies sitting in the front laying down next to each other. I guess the little CEO caught them before. Every night he'll tell them, hey, sissies, don't be fucking in my shower. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, shit so crazy. Like, bitch might act like they got raped, but really they didn't. They gave up that ass type shit. That shit crazy.
Is it true like niggas really fighting over that ass?
Hell yeah. Cause get what? Not only you somebody bitch, right? But you also somebody gopher. So you getting sent off to go do this and go do that. But if you belong to somebody else, how this nigga pimping you? Like, listen, you property. These niggas become people property in there, fam. And guess what? They got to do whatever they little daddy say or whatever they. Dog, I done seen, yo, this shit so crazy. I pulled up to the cafeteria one day. I see a nigga with lipstick and all this shit on. I said, fam, where the fuck you get all these colors from? He like, the M&Ms. I'm like, bitch, the M&Ms? You got lipstick and eyeshadow from M&Ms?
Oh, yeah, because you know when you do hold it in your hand, you can see.
You must got a date later. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you fucking tripping, homie. Shit so crazy now. They let the opposite sex in other jails and shit. So shit different now. I don't know how this shit going, but shit crazy, whoa. My last camp was
how much camp you went through before you
1, 2, 3. My last camp was a private camp, Rick Scott. Now this shit was way different. When we got off the bus and they did intake, the little security nigga talking about some welcome to Disneyland. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is this Disneyland? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Yo, I'm talking about money everywhere. Not like, I'm talking about bandos. I'm talking about watches, jewelry, any type of gym shoes, bad hoes, tongue ring, lip ring, eye ring, titty pierce, hairdos, bitches fucking, the bitches you wanna fuck. You probably get a Vizzo, fuck behind a Coke machine. I'm talking about the private camp was crazy. Cell phones everywhere. Money everywhere.
Well, did that mean more extortion or we were just vibing in there?
In the private camp, you want to vibe more so you could get away with more. Yeah. But there's more shit going on.
More motion.
Big motion. Big motion. Wake up in the middle of the night, you got fucking porno on the TV type shit. Like, you vibing. But you fuck up, you gonna lose all that. You feel me? Niggas, private camp, you go to work call, probably your hoe pulling up in the back of one of these trees and probably your work boss letting you go fuck the hoe. You ain't telling them, listen, I'm about to go fuck, but you're like, man, I'll be right back. Your hoe done pulled up in the car, you hitting her behind a tree type shit. It's a little more money in a private camp too. Like, you getting paid per whatever you doing. So we did corn, we did sugar cane, we did regular shit in the streets. But people was dropping shit off, and now the private camp is closer to home, right? Like, real close. So it's way more shit coming through. Way more shit. That's where they had that fire in one of them private camp.
They had to get that shit out of there.
Oh, they had to get that shit out of there. We was locked down for 7 straight days about that pistol. I'm talking about just in the room all day. They bring a little food to the door, pop the little lock, push it in, and that's it. No, nothing. But private camp was cool though, cause I was performing with a live band.
In jail?
Hell yeah.
And who the band was? A real band or prison band?
Prison band. But we'll perform for the whole compound with all the COs, with the motherfucking colonel, with all these people, like, and it's like a field day type of shit. Everybody out hanging out, this, that, this. Private camp though was a lot of niggas getting their ass whooped too. Wasn't nobody dying. Probably like, I think when I was there, we got locked down like twice for some niggas getting murked. Somebody came from the other side of the fucking compound to one of these dorms right over here, and they ain't catching on camera, but they got the sheet hanging like the buddy hung himself, but they really knocked his ass off, but there's blood all over the place. They probably raped that bitch too before they killed him, but who knows why they did it. Like, you can't be going to people's shit and fucking with their shit. And I ain't saying that's right or wrong. That's not what I'm here to say. But you can't be messing up. You can't be fucking up folks' motion and don't think like something gonna happen to you just because nobody saw you. Because no matter what, somebody sees something in prison. It's not like it's a fucking world. This shit is behind gates. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't really getting away with shit. But I ain't gonna hold you. At private camp, the food was good. These bitches will make real burgers. They bring a real burger, because in prison you only get chicken on Tuesday. Everything else be like fake meat.
Fake meat. It tastes real though.
I don't know, shit. I traded this is how my week was. I'll trade every main course that I had throughout the week just so I could get an extra chicken. So 2-3 chickens, I'm making chicken sandwich, chicken wrap. I'll scratch them chickens out. And I'll take a loss on everything through the week. It's fake anyway. I don't want to eat it. But at the private camp, these bitches coming through with real food. And then they got the little shit to cook the food. Some little shit called a stinger. You plug in a wall with the battery. Now you able to cook the food. Like nowadays, they be showing a lot of shit about the chain gang on IG and all this shit. Like
pizza and all that.
Yeah, all this shit. Like, especially at the private camps, like a motherfucker will do something for you. I remember I got in good with these 2 dudes two gangsta ass niggas too, right? But they packed their ass. They was packing, but they was getting money. It ain't no. Regardless, they was packing ass, but they was getting money, right?
So, like, how you felt about the packing ass, though?
I wouldn't never do it. Me personally.
Like, do you pack your own ass, or somebody help you pack your ass?
It depends. The motherfucker ass might be too tight.
Yeah.
Then you need help.
Jesus Christ.
But these motherfuckers find a way to get it in there. Trust me. Like I said, I done seen bitches use. Yo, we was pulling up to this back to the first count. It was this skinny Puerto Rican motherfucker. Angel, I think his name was. We pulling up to the count. This bitch still got his bombs in his fucking hat or some shit. They about to check us as soon as we get out the van. They don't always do this, but sometimes they pick a van out.
Like, let's check their ass.
Get them right now, or somebody told them.
Yeah.
Remember, you got snitches everywhere.
Yeah.
So somebody probably heard, oh, so-and-so's gonna bring the bomb in, whatever. Before we got, I seen the bombs in his hand. Before we got up out that seat, before they checked us, them shits was already up his ass, fam. He said, excuse me. He sat up, put that shit, like no lube, no nothing, just All of a sudden the shit gone, voila, magic. I'm like, damn, bitch, you straight? He like, yeah, we gotta get this shit in there. So-and-so gotta give me this much. I'm like, damn, kid. One of my next door neighbors was a Zoe. Then he used to have 3-4 bands a day in a private count. Cause by the time I got to the private count, these boys already got a whole operation out there. But I already got scrapped from selling the weed and shit from the first count, selling little K2 at the second count. By the time I got to the third count, I really was on cruise control.
Talk about that K2 in there, though, bro. I heard that shit had bitches going crazy.
Hey, one of my dogs I met on that bus going to the faith-based camp. I met him on the bus. He from the city, from Lauderdale. We got there on a Thursday or Friday. Saturday, he already had a Vizzo. By the time we came back from Vizzo, went to whatever, lunch or dinner, and came back, ambulance already there with a nigga on a stretcher, coming right from his dorm. So the next morning we wake up, we go outside. I'm like, what's up? He like, bitch, that shit came in yesterday. I already got everybody in the dorm going nuts. I'm like, what you got? He like, Incredible Hulk. I'm like, what's that, K2? He like, hell yeah. While we talking, another ambulance pull up. Somebody gets stretched out from his dorm.
It's going down.
Yo, I don't know what he had in this Incredible Hulk shit, but for the next week, ambulance every day. Even on a couple days, it was 2 ambulance a day.
Damn.
They had to get that boy ass up out of there. And it's somebody from back home. So whoever he had coming up there with that motherfucking thigh out, they was bringing that pressure up there. In a week time, I seen about 8-9 ambulances.
And they still was getting on it.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. Cause get what? If that shit get you like that, that mean that's the one you want. You know how that shit is. Yeah, the better it is, the more they want that bitch. Jesus. Everybody want to get taken out on the ambulance.
Man, they trying to get that stretch feeling.
I'm talking about they going crazy, hallucinating, going cyborg, going mummy, going nuts, dying, coming back to life, all kind of shit. And after a minute, I ain't see bro no more. They got his ass up out of there. They told on him, got his ass taken right up out of there. But I talked to him the other day on one of my social sites. He's straight. He's still doing the same thing, getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money. He should be home in like 2-3 more years. Yo, it's somebody I knew when I was growing up. He caught a 30-year charge. He was only down 17 years when I seen him in prison. I hadn't seen him since we was like 12, 13. He was only on year 17 on a 30-year charge. And he just had a jit before he got locked up. So his son like 16, 17 type shit. This nigga he ain't gonna see daylight for another 10, 13 years. Like, shit crazy. You see a lot of shit in the chain gang. A lot of people used to deal with, you might catch them on the rebound. And the chain gang, chain gang get shit before the streets get it. The chain gang is before the streets. Like, any business in the streets, the chain gang gonna hear about it before the streets hear about it. So you'll hear about somebody who you know something happened, they fucked over this, they better not come here because this person gonna be like, you gonna hear about all that shit. People gonna make phone calls. Somebody gonna hear something through the grapevine. They gonna call to verify it. They gonna send this message out. Like, shit is really organized. You wouldn't think that shit is organized like that, but it's so organized. How bitches handle their business. Shit crazy. Shit is own little shit in the, it's his own little shit. You could abide the rules and you could vibe, or you could shit on the rules and get your ass split, or you could fuck up the rules and get your ass knocked off. And like, you don't think the little CO hoes like telling niggas this? Bitches gonna be bitches no matter where they at. It don't matter their position. Money talk, bullshit walk. A nigga could send one of them CO hoes at you to get you really knocked off.
And what you mean by send it? Like, how you can send a CO? Like, break it down to us.
Shit, you break bread with the hoe. These hoes want money. These hoes got nails cost $200. Hairdos cost $300-400. A nigga getting money in the chain gang. Listen, this is what I need you to do, and I got your hairdo next week. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you jumping on that.
All of a sudden, you get access to this dorm. Nobody's there but Clown. Clown ain't go to work today. The little hoe working in this dorm. Next thing you know, he getting taken out on the stretcher. Like, chain gang, that money really ruled that shit. When that bitch say, welcome to Disneyland, that motherfucker said, welcome to Disneyland, bro. And that shit was a whole experience in itself.
Now, who said welcome to the police said that?
Yeah.
He already know.
He already knew, like, he know what's going down. He probably one of the ones that's letting the shit happen. You get what I'm saying? He say, welcome to Disneyland. He know you about that. Your time is going to be what you make it right here. Your time is definitely going to be what you make it right here. Welcome to Disneyland, bitch.
That's awesome. What about the TV, though? Any TV story? I heard it go down over that TV.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen some shit go down over that TV?
I said, nah, because where I was at, motherfuckers usually was on the same page with the TV. Saturday morning, we gonna watch rap videos. Football's on, we gonna watch football. At the private camp, they'll play movies and shit. So a motherfucker be ready to see that movie, but don't fuck up the movie for everybody else. Yeah. That's when that shit finna happen to you.
Like we're talking about what's about to happen?
All that shit. You too loud. Private camp motherfuckers is working out, getting on buck, eating good food, fucking the little CO hoes, because they bad. It's not like these other places I've been where these hoes is, you don't want to touch these hoes. The private camp got the bad bitches. Like some shit you'll be on the street and want to fuck with type shit. These hoes giving you their phone number. When you go out to work, you calling them from your cell phone. These hoes getting fired. These hoes catching charges about these niggas, like shit crazy. These hoes used to come in my room just to hear me rap.
What is it? Cause they be in there too long with y'all, they get to know y'all something?
Yeah, they get to know a motherfucker. They see how you keep yourself up. All of a sudden, a nigga in a tank top. How the fuck we get tank tops in the chain gang?
Oh, ain't no tank tops in there.
Come on, man. We vibing. Listen, me, low cut, big beard, always tape.
So they ain't never say nothing about the beard?
Nah, I let my shit grow max, and then the whole be like, you know, you got to take that down just a little bit, because Sarge and them gonna be on our ass about you. But everybody don't got that privilege. Like, it's just how it is when you on the street. If you somebody, you carry yourself like you somebody. Okay. Then. When you in the chain gang, if you somebody, you gonna carry yourself like you somebody. But chain gang, in this private camp, these bitches had nerds. The nerds know how to crack the kiosk so you could get porno on your shit. So niggas is renting your, they rent your MP4 because you got porno on your shit. You able to send a little nerd to the computer when he goes to whatever and put the real shit on your shit. Not shit you gotta buy. Some shit that he done jail bust your shit. Jail now you got movies, you could text bitches, all kind of shit. But then we got iPhones, big ass chains, a lot of ass money, razors everywhere. In a private camp, you can't have a certain kind of razor. Private camp, they want you to have magic shave. Razors everywhere. Shit just different. Every camp you go to is different experience. The best camp I was at, but it's, nigga, don't get it twisted. The private camp was shit was sweet, but it was more murders at the private camp than the other camps. Like I said, the one back home where they do the first intake, that's when the Chico dude got his neck sliced up. I don't know what happened to him, but maybe he living, maybe he not. But that happened there. That faith-based camp, nigga was just getting beat up, sent to the box, and if you go, if they send you to the box in faith-based, depending on what it is, your ass getting the fuck out of here. Because faith-based supposed to be sweet. Like, the way they do shit is really you just kick your feet up and enjoy yourself. But people fuck it up. But the sweet camp, which is the private camp, is way more street shit happening because you dealing with real money. You closer to home. You dealing with real drugs. They had crack in there. They had flocka in there. They had molly in there. They had weed in there. They had everything in there.
Oh man, they had that flock. They were moving crazy in there.
Yeah, some bitches was moving crazy. They got buck everywhere. But the COs in a private camp, they way cooler. But the only problem is they know the local niggas. So they gonna be real cool. They solid with the local motherfuckers. So the local niggas in that private camp, they already got ties with them. So now you gotta go through this person to get to that person. Shit like that.
Like talk to us about, I don't know if it was buck, but that fake liquor in prison.
Oh, that ain't no fake liquor.
Like,
that's that buck. They ferment those fruits until it turns into like a strong wine.
Like, give it to me. What you mean?
They bury that bitch until it gets old.
Yeah.
Old, and they got a process to strain it and turn it into, they call it buck. And the bitch would be around campus dead, drunk, smelling, stinking, all kind of shit. But the CO, in the private camp, the COs let that shit happen. They probably making $1 off that shit too. All that shit you see, boxes of pizza and all that shit. I don't know how, these days we be seeing too much. You might have one box of pizza. The little hoe CO hoe might give the nigga she likes something. He might call his partner in there and he break bread with him. In that private camp, back to my original story real quick. In the private camp, I got cool with these two dudes that was mules. The gangster niggas, right? I used to get woken up out of my sleep like 3 in the morning. My door used to just pop. Hey, come play Monopoly, cheek. Well, bitches like 3 in the morning. It's me, these two niggas, and 2 COs playing Monopoly. Dead ass 3 in the morning before everybody wake up. That's what I'm saying. Like, that shit was way more different. But the showers in a private camp, it ain't no, the shit like a square. Yeah. So you right next to this nigga, soap flying there, all kind of shit. It ain't no soap dropping shit going on. If a nigga want to fuck you, he gonna tell you, he gonna take you there, whatever. It's not like you drop the, it's not, that's some bullshit, drop the soap shit. But niggas ain't trying to watch niggas in the shower. That ain't happening like that, you feel me? If a nigga want you, you gonna know he wants you because he gonna point you out like, you better find a way to get away from that shit. Bitch, you better check out now or something. But yeah, if you respect people in the chain gang, they gonna respect you. Like, it's just like the streets, bro. Motherfucker can make a call and find out who you really is real quick. And once they validate you, it's like, nah, you straight. Like, all right, he cooler than a fan, we'll fuck with him. Or, oh, nah, he was in the street jacking this the other day. Now he come here, he jacking this. Oh, nah, we can't have that over here. Let's get his ass up out of here. Oh yeah, you around here hanging with them, but then when you come around here hanging with us, you talking about them. Oh, let's get his ass up out of here. Like shit like that. But
so people be trying to get people out the dorm.
Out of everything. Just get his ass out of here. You neutral, but you talking about this person with these people. You supposed to be neutral, you supposed to be talking about shit. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay your ass neutral. Oh nah, but you doing too much. Guess what? It might not be get his ass up out of here. It might be let's beat his ass until he get himself up out of here. I done walked in 5 days in a row, same nigga getting his ass whooped every single day. Every single day. Until he get his ass up out of there. Like, you gonna keep taking his punishment until your ass, psych, I'm going psych. You see niggas go psych all the time. You owe a bitch money, they going psych. Cause you know he done gave you $10 worth of food for a whole week. And your shit ain't dropped, but he at the door with you for it to drop. Your shit don't drop. When you get back to the dorm, you finna get off in your ass. CO, psych, psych, psych.
So what kind of shit that makes somebody want to kill themselves in there though?
Shit, they feed off the weekend now. So if you weak, like if shit keep happening to you every day, like you gonna be like fuck it. You gonna have a fucking mentality. If you done gave up that ass, and you can't face nobody, you finna have a fucking mentality. Like, that shit be happening for real though. Like, some people are poor decision makers, you feel me? And I seen this right here in front of my face. A bitch ain't have no commissary in like whatever amount of time. So a nigga invite him in a room, close the door. He give up them cheeks, ain't it? He come out with a little bag of food, crying, all kind of shit. Just for some food, he gave up that ass. Just cause he ain't have food in. He have food, but he don't want breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He want soup sandwiches. He want pickle. He want, you get what I'm saying? Bag of chips. He want a can of soda. Yeah, I seen that shit happen. That shit happen at the private camp. Nigga walk in a room, they close the door. Of course you hear him, he come out crying, but he got his little bag of food now. You get what I'm saying? Oh, make sure you come back. Like, these nigga bold. And these nigga bold in prison, fam. They finna call you out as soon as you walk out with the little bag of shit. Like, I see you at 8:30 type shit. And everybody like, that's crazy. Like, this shit crazy, fam. You thought your bunkie was your homeboy. Nah, this nigga ain't wanna be your friend now, you feel me? Like, shit's fucked up. That private camp life, that shit's sweet, but it could be not sweet too. Private camp, nigga, big shanks. Coming straight out the kitchen.
So you done seen big ass shanks like
that. What they call him, Jack Sparrow? Bitch, swords like Jack Sparrow coming out the kitchen, bitch. Niggas ain't spreading no mayonnaise, bitch. Niggas trying to take some. Imagine you at knife point. Give me all your shit.
So what about like you ever seen a person like maybe had like a year, 2 years done and end up catching a whole new fresh charge and end up getting bound?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a nigga who we both know, this nigga was almost done with his bid. He ended up getting into some kind of gang shit. Ended up, they call it battery on a Leo. When you beat up a CO.
Yeah, of course. That's
battery on a Leo.
That's the police.
Nigga beat up a police. The other one came to help. He beat up on him. A hoe CO came. He throws the hoe. Now he got battery on a Leo, 2 count. Then he got battery on a female type shit. He ends up getting his ass beat. They ain't give him like, was it 36 months or it was between 36 and 50 more months. Battery on a Leo, battery on a Leo, battery on a Leo. And if you was at a sweet camp and that shit happened, they gonna get your ass up out of there. So now you done got these extra time and they finna send your ass to bumfuck Egypt. You thought you was close to the house. You done got the shit end of the stick. Plus, that shit is on your file. So now when you go to this other camp.
Oh, you like to beat up police, huh?
Oh, you hit a female? Oh yeah? Okay, thank you. We know who you is. We'll come back and holler at you in a few. That's the type of shit they cover up. Knock a nigga off and bury his ass in the back somewhere and cover that shit up. A lot of people don't make it home from prison, bro. There's more people that stay or never come home than come home from prison.
You lying?
Hell nah. Imagine how many niggas getting extra time.
Yeah.
Imagine how many niggas getting killed. Imagine how many people's sons ain't coming home. I can't tell you about female prison, right? I'm just telling you, like, from what I saw. People getting released every day, but people getting life sentence every day. People seeing 25, 30 years every day. People getting killed every day. It's a lot of prisons, especially in Florida where we come from. And they know how to cover that shit up. That shit be getting investigated, bitches. Shit crazy, fam.
So like, let us know like how it was during your last 2-3 months in there before it was time to get out.
I ain't gonna hold you. The last 2-3 months, I didn't even know it was 2-3 months because I signed up for the work release shit. They say when you got 9 to 11 months, you sign up for work release.
Okay, so you end up doing work release.
Well, shit, I ended up kicking my feet up. Like, only shit in the private camp, you have to get up and go to work. But they give you a paycheck though. But it ain't like, it's like 17 cents an hour or some shit like that.
17 cents an hour?
Some weird ass shit like that. Like in a 2 weeks time, your check might say $50, but you don't work about 1,000 hours in 2 weeks. and it might say $52, some shit like that, some telephone money. Go put that shit on the phone.
So for like really, when you work, like work is really just be happy to be free though, not to be in prison, basically.
But it's yes and no. You still not free. You just not in a box now.
That's what I mean. You're not in that box. Like, so that's probably like I was telling my dog. He was complaining about his check. I said maybe it's not about the check. It's about just you outside now. And you probably go fuck a bitch if you want to, and you smelling the air now. Yeah,
but that's what it's about. That's what you looking. That's what gets you looking forward to getting home. So like, why would I be around here trying to shit on people and risk me not making it to the house? Like, and plus I always. In the street, I always handle good business anyway, so I'm not gonna go to prison and not handle good business. Like, that's why people get fucked up, because they handling business wrong, because they making the wrong moves. It's not like everybody goes to prison and has to go through a terrible prison experience. It's like, if you go to prison on some fuck shit, you asking for what you want, that fuck shit. If you go to prison and you got a purpose, all right, I'm finna rehabilitate myself for real. Like, I'm really gonna give this rehabilitation shit a shot. And you really put your mind to it, like, you'll come home and you'll be able to focus even when you get back home. See, the niggas that go to prison and get into the fuck shit, when they come home, shit might be sweet when they first come home, but all of a sudden they get back into some fuck shit. Now they back in the chain gang. I done met niggas with A, B, C, D, F's, G's, H's, I's, K's. Every time you go to prison, the letter goes down. Man, I done see bitches with L's, M's, N's. Like, how many motherfucking times it gonna take for you to wise up, straighten your shit, get your shit together, you feel me? So my last 3 months, it could have been at any given time they could have called me on the bus to go to work release. So after I signed the work release papers, I really just kicked my feet up. Like, shit, I'm just gonna chill till it's time to go. And when they called me for work release, we was on lockdown. It was like the 4th or 5th day of lockdown, 24-hour lockdown. And they say, bitch, during lockdown, I'm out this motherfucker. Where y'all sending me? They sent me right to North Miami work release. Oh, now we ain't got a sneaker cell phone? Oh, we could have a real cell phone? Oh, I could really go get a job? Oh, I could really be fucking on a hoe? And like, when I was at work release, I never paid for anything in work release. I just used to go, I used to have a little route. In Miami, we got a jitney. So I used to catch the bus, get off, and get on the jitney and then go to my job. Or I rode the bike. I used to leave an hour early if I had to get on the bus. Because the bus, if you miss it, you gotta wait a whole other hour. So I wouldn't even get on the bus. I'll just ride the bike on the route I knew to go. And I'll just duck off. I'll be at the studio. I'll be fucking a bitch. I'll be hanging out. But I knew, like, not to be out too long.
Yeah, I know the limits.
You gotta know the limits, because last thing you want to do is be in work release and then your ass getting sent right back up to prison.
A lot of people do that too.
Yo, I was putting so much bread up, right? It was crazy. I was putting bread up. I was buying red bottoms. I was doing all kind of shit and just putting the shit up. One day, one of the officers, she say, so-and-so, come here. And they brought me in the office. They like, ain't you a server? Because if I'm a server, I got to bring them money every day. But they didn't know what my position was at the job. I said, nah, I do everything over there. I host, I serve. She like, don't you bring home money every day? I'm like, I bring home like 30, 40 bucks. Really, I'm like 175, 220 a day. So I was already working for like 6 months before this happened, but they mad because I never came to them like, hey, let me straighten y'all out so I could go here. So they wondering like, what the fuck? We know that this person
is making money
by how he carry himself. We see the people that show up for his Vizzo, like, how come he ain't stepped to us like, how can I get straight so I can go do this? So in their mind, they like, he got something going on, but they can't prove it. So yeah, well, I just started bringing ass like a little $27, $19, just anything to keep them off my trail. I remember one night they bust in the room, pissed me like 3 different times.
Just to make sure you ain't been smoking or whatever.
But I wasn't smoking. I'm about to come home. Like, I'm in work release, time to go home. But when I'm at work, I might leave work an hour early and go fuck a hoe, leave my bike here, let the hoe come pick me up out the back, go to a little hotel room real quick, fuck the hoe, make her drop me off, go to a little, get my dicks up, whatever, and just go vibe and then go back, go do a photo shoot and come back. But I'll be in prison clothes. They only let you have a certain type of attire. Not prison clothes, but like
what release clothes
type shit, right? And I'll just go do a little photo shoot, come back. I never got caught doing anything I wasn't supposed to do. I just handle my business.
Yeah, so let us know. So like before we get out of here, well, like what did you like about prison? What you ain't like about prison?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Fuck prison. One day is too long. I ain't like shit about it. But it's something that you could deal with if you had to do it. Especially like in your mind, you know, like it's time to be focused. Cause when I come home, I ain't gonna be on the same shit I was on before I came to prison.
Okay then.
So it ain't about what did I like. I disliked everything. But for somebody who is lost in the world, prison do offer you opportunities to better yourself. I wouldn't say I was ever lost in the world. My mind wasn't right. So I was able to get my mind right when I went to prison. So they didn't have nothing that really was offered to me like I like. I was able to do music in prison. I was on the kiosk in prison. I did shows in prison. Shit, I even did motherfucking pull-ups in prison, goddamn. We was doing the cards, the whole deck of cards. Motherfuckers really take pride in working out. I mean, that was cool. But like as far as what I didn't like, shit, I ain't like none of that whole shit. Imagine every day waking up 4 or 5 in the morning. Crackers make you spread your ass cheeks. Crackers want to look under your nuts, lift up your nuts, lift up your dick. It's a man talking to you like that. Like that shit is, it's not embarrassing for somebody like me. I look at it as it's embarrassing for these crackers that got to do it every day. Because they got to do it in the morning and they got to do it in the afternoon. And then they got to go home and kiss their wife on the mouth. You know what I'm saying? These crackers want to cuff your nuts. You touching your hoe on the face like this when you go home? Like for me, do I want to go through this? Fuck no. But for you, you got to put yourself through this.
Okay then.
We done been at work all day. You got to come cuff a nigga nuts. I hope my shit disgustingly stank. I hope you light up a cigarette and do like this when you leave work. You get what I'm saying? Because you chose to do this job when you could have chose to do something the fuck else. But
who's gonna do it if they don't do it then?
Shit, then that means they don't need nobody to fucking do it. The fuck, y'all out here embarrassing yourselves, like that shit ain't cool. That's why the CO hoes want to fuck with inmates. They don't want to fuck with the niggas who they work with. This nigga smelling nuts all day. This bitch want to be around a nigga with powder on his chest, you feel me? A nigga that's getting a clean that haircut because she know he got money. He got sense. If he can get money in prison, imagine what he could do outside.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's a fact. These niggas mad because these hoes fucking with us. They mad. They'll get us taken up out of there if we fuck with one of their hoes.
Like, oh yeah, this nigga getting the hoe. We can't even smell the whole pussy.
We can't even smell it.
And y'all, we gotta get that.
This nigga come through with tank tops, earrings, shit. How the fuck did he even get this shit?
Yeah.
How the fuck you got a fresh white tank top in prison?
You got a tank top? Can they charge you?
Yeah, it's called is it contraband?
Yeah, probably contraband.
You can get a contraband charge.
You ain't supposed to have it. It's not on quarantine.
Nah, but guess what? Private camp different. These hoes want to see on your tank top. You feel me? Okay. Then. These hoes want to see you doing these pull-ups in the motherfucking dorm, and then the nigga gonna hate on you. Hey, you can't work out in here. But the hoe sweating you so hard, she chewing your ass. She chewing the fuck out you feel me? She might make you stay from work one day to suck your dick when everybody go to work call. Like, it's just like that. But yeah, that whole shit is fucked up. It's all a money scheme. That's all it is. You
ever had a female thing happening now?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't fuck no hoes in prison. I ain't even fuck my own hoe in prison. Matter of fact, my own bitch left me in prison. And how she left me was to a Rihanna song. She picked up the phone one day and said, listen to this song. And I never heard from her again. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's as real as I can keep. But I could have said anything. I could have been like, yeah, boy, I fucked 3 hoes, mop closet. Nah, I ain't on that type of time. If I would have fucked the bitch, I would have knew it. But I could have fucked the bitch, especially when them hoes in the private camp found out I was rapping. Them hoes used to be at the door every day. Can we hear another song? We'll come back after count.
Okay, yeah. So now
I was just more focused in prison. That's all. I just wanted to come home and get back to this music because when I left home, I was already in magazines. Like I was starting to bubble. So that was like the thing. Like what I'm gonna do when I get home, not what I'm gonna do in prison. What I'm gonna do when I'm getting home. I'm already seeing past this shit. I'm already seeing past it. What I'm gonna do when I get to the crib. So I got released. I was at home 2-3 days, and I went on a tour. I was on tour for like 3 months when I first came home from prison.
I was gonna ask you that too. So what was the mission before we get out of here? Let us know what was the mission, because like you say you're an artist. Like what was the mission when you got home? Was like, man, I'm gonna take this. Did you already know you ain't going back to prison?
Yeah, I already knew that.
Cause it seems like a lot of people go back to prison after they come from.
Well, that's the thing. When I went to prison, I said, when I get home, I'm not gonna sell no more dope. I don't care what I gotta do. I'll do whatever just to make sure this don't happen again. And that's what I did. I stopped selling dope. I started selling hope. I started doing this music 100% and doing whatever else it took legit to get my bread up. And then this is how it's happening for me. Shit, now we here.
Okay then. And for the people that you want to let them know, like who did you meet up with the first time you got out to doing this music though? Yo
Son Tyler, Tay Drain, DJ Rock, White Dude, Cash Marley, Rich G. Who else was it? Like these people met me at the airport. These people met me when I came out. We go to dinner. We in the studio. Like we on tour. Or my little cousin Aiko. My Black Umbrella family. Shout out to Doughboy Kill. Shout out to Nephew. Red Rose. There's a lot of people, man. Like, a few people was like, it's crazy how when you first come home, like everybody's there, but people still got to do their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Trey Cinco, he was out there. But everybody seen to start doing their own thing, and that's cool. And now this is where we at now. Like I can still get any one of these people on the phone. Like me and Yo Son got records together. Me and Tay got records together. Me and Cash got music together, of course. Me and White Dude, we got music together. Like all these people is accessible to me right now, but it's just like everybody just doing their own thing. And then when we get to where we going, we can bring it all together. Okay. You know, shit's still a family. It's still a family. We just a Disney family. You feel me? So now let them know like how can they find people that want to follow you? How can they follow you too? Shit, just tap in with me right now. CHEEKOFUE. That's everywhere. That's Google. That's YouTube. That's Instagram, Tidal, Snapchat, Twitter, Vimeo, Video, Cash App, bitch, Zelle. You can follow me at the same thing on everything. CHEEKOFUE. Chico Foy. That's everywhere. Okay, and then like you said, you do music. What music can they be looking out for? You want them to check out too, so they go check it out. Shit, right now we got 3 songs on the radio. The main one we pushing right now is Couple Racks, Chico and Gang Gang. Gang Gang just came home. Free Gang Gang, he just came home. That shit turned backwards, so he home now. That shit going real crazy right now. That shit like a big Florida vibe song. Shirts unbuttoned all the way down to the last button type shit. Show your chest, show your machismo. We got the one record. That's a real big street record. And we about to we shot a video for it. We about to shoot a remix to it with Mac Tree. I got a Latin trap tape, Hasta la Muerte. I got the Butt the Jack shit coming out. This is all first quarter. We about to unload the whole clip. I just got 8 or 9 blogs just blogged me in the last 3 days. Okay then. Billboard, Hip Hop, 1987, Red X, a bunch of different shit. And we trying to get verified too. We got the Fire Bars live from the concrete carpet. That's a podcast station hosted by the Tippie Toe channel. We just going crazy. We done turned into a celebrity podcaster in like the last 45 days just off of interviewing celebrities. People just want to, find something to latch on to. So everything I do on the camera, when I go to do the interviews, they doing the same shit, you know? Like we seen you the other day, like I say on YouTube, interviewing the Boosie and them. How it is transition to rapping and doing interviews and for where you came from and you turning up right now. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, one of my business partners, and he's just like family to my brother, Stoney DeLeon, like, that interviewing shit for me is cool, but that's not who I am. even though that can be who I am, like when I'm done with it, he could take my place. Like we switch out, but when I'm done, he could just fit right in there.
Bring that personality to you. But I ain't never see him interview, but he's like, you got a personality at that shit.
Yeah, but it don't matter what I got at that. That's not who I am.
Okay. Then.
So he has his own personality, right? But he'll fit right in. So when I'm like, man, I'm done with this shit, he could just jump right in because I'm not with all that da-da-da-da-da-da-da shit. It might look like it, right? I might smile. I might be the cooler than a fan motherfucker, but I like to work in the booth.
Okay. Then.
So I like my shit to be on repeat. So when people hear that shit, they can relate to it because that shit really happened. Type shit. But I don't got nothing against it, but we got people in play to take my place. Like this shit just a stepping stone for me.
And what can you tell these youths though, dog? Like I said, we don't really want to promote like it's somewhere we want everybody to go. Like we just trying to teach them to learn from this, from this prison story. What can we tell the youths though?
I mean, shit, don't let nobody knock you off your square. Make sure you got persistence over resistance. Resistance, that's a form of fear. And if you scared of anything, you ain't finna really go nowhere. So you can't be really scared of shit because we all bleed the same. You got to make sure you put your own socks on, drawers on, tank top on, clothes on, handle your own business. Look straight at all times. Don't look down. Don't look back. Always look up and believe. You got to have faith and you got to grind. You don't grind, you don't shine, you don't beat your feet, you can't campaign, you can't kiss no babies, you can't shake no hands. Like, you got to be willing to go for what you know, go out there and get it. Like, and always know too, like, it's consequences to every decision you make. So if you know it's some good consequence and some bad consequence and you making a good or bad decision, as long as you comfortable with what could happen, then you keeping it real to yourself. And you should be able to do anything you want to do. Like, don't let nobody tell you anything different, especially if you know both outcomes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then. Tippie Toe, y'all know what it is. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Let them know who my guest was one more time.
Hey, this your boy Chico Fight. We going from Duval to Dade, Broward to Howard, and from the Tippie Toe podcast, bit touching nose of Mayberry, goddammit. We in the building from the floor to the ceiling. Fight!
Stop playing.